Well, I just thought second half that they came out and decided that they would just simply make the game very simple. Drive the ball and throw it up there, go get it, put it in the basket. That's what they did. They deserve all the credit. Kid Lane just absolutely demolished us on the boards. Obviously very disappointing, but I give UMass a lot of credit. Right now, that's the way to beat us.
Was he better than he looked on film, Lane?
No, I didn't see a lot of film, but spoke to Artie Latowski, played in an exhibition game, and said he thinks he's a pro. He just kind of bull rushed us and took the ball off us like he should, put it in the basket. No. Honestly, I don't know how to judge him as an overall player. He just, I tell you this, I think he has great desire. I don't know what his skill level is. I just know he plays hard as heck, and he smelled blood, and he took advantage of it. We give him great credit for that.
Was the stretch where Sampson Carter for them had the 3 baskets in a row, that kind of turned the game right there? You guys looked like you'd been in control at that point, and he had the steal for the basket. He had the play in transition.
Yeah, I think we started pressuring. I think initially we were okay, and then got lazy with it. And I give when they smelled the blood again, I'll use that phrase, when they felt that they could put it to us in that stretch to press, and they decided they weren't really running much except drive the ball and try to get an angle and throw it up there and then press. And we just didn't handle that whole phase, and probably during that stretch when Carter was going there. I think that's right in the middle of it.
How much you guys played Friday night? Only a little
Nothing.
bit? No.
For other questions, please raise your hand. Have the microphone come around.
Steve, I know it's very early, but at this point, after 2 tough losses like this, is it at a point where you kind of say, for yourself, you change your approach to for these games?
No, I don't think there's a change. I'm real honest with you guys. I have great confidence in this group. We're going to be a good basketball team. I'm disappointed for sure, but I'm not, discouraged in how I feel this team can be. The scheduling is what it is. I don't think and I said this many times, we want to be as good as we can be. We got to play the schedule. That's going to make us better. We're going to learn from this. I have great confidence in these guys, and both these halves, the second halves in particular, both teams came out and said, I don't think they're tough enough to handle us on the glass. That's what they did.
How do you address that as far as weakness on the glass, attack the practice and boxing out?
It's simple things like that. I think there's the things that you do as a coach that you got to continually emphasize more than you even teach. And listen, when I show the blame, I'm taking blame. Ultimately, I didn't emphasize this enough. In my mind, obviously, I thought I did, but it's emphasis. This is the most important thing now. And there's a lot of things I saw at halftime. We gave up 9 at half, and I could tell that we weren't understanding how important getting a body on somebody, putting a forearm in the chest, having some grit to go after the ball was. I could tell that at half. Tried to make that message. I think UMass sensed it at half as well.
Coach, Ryan had a big first half. In the second half, 7 points, 3 turnovers. What was different? Was it just the pressure? He didn't have the same opportunities? What happened to him in the second half?
I think in terms of point production, we're not someone that continually goes to one guy. When we're playing well, 5 or 6 guys are close to double figures. This is the second game in a row where 2 guys score a lot. It's not when we're playing well. I expect our overall team to be 4 double-figure scorers, no one more than 15 or 16, a couple of 8. What that tells me is that we're just not playing really good basketball like we need to. One of the things you combat if you are getting your butts kicked on boards is you do a great job on offense. You control the possessions. You get great looks. And at times we did, other times we were foolish. So they got advantages in transition and threw it up on the glass, and that's where we're exposed. Ryan's points, he comes off of what he gets is based on we're really playing good offense, and he's getting a recipient of really good offense. Not like, hey, let's get Ryan a ball so we can score. Don't know if he's that kind of player. I don't think we're that kind of team.
How long were the turnovers? And then also, what's the finished number status?
What was the first half turnover total? Do you remember? We have a halftime total?
9 to 6.
We had 6?
You had 6.
So that's, it let us down, 10 turnovers in the second half. I thought we did a good job on defense in terms of our strategy. They had 3 assists, 9 turnovers in the first half. I thought we did a good job on Williams, kept him in front. And the combination of obviously losing our poise with the basketball, and I give them a lot of credit. They came after us, and they sensed it, and then obviously getting obviously hammered on the glass. Dennis, probably still a month away from playing. That would be my best guess at this point. Yeah.
Obviously start off.
I can hear him. That's it.
Start off the season with 2 quality non-conference opponents. You have a couple left in the schedule. How do you make sure you can get one of those wins against a VCU or UConn before conference play starts?
You have a lot more than a couple. Yeah, we got road games at USC and Auburn and Harvard. My feeling is we're going to learn from this. I honestly believe that you learn from your failures. Your back is to the wall. If you're a competitor, I wouldn't be in any other spot. And I believe, as I say, I have great confidence in this group. It's there. We just haven't done it well the first 2 games. So we're going to figure that out and get better because of it. And I'm glad we have those more opportunities to beat really good quality teams even before our league. Because obviously we're going to see it in our league.
Lonnie had said before the game that he was hoping to be back within one of the next 2 games. Do you think that's a realistic expectation?
I'm not sure. I don't know where exactly. Medical things are pretty simple. Trainer says he can play. Plays, he doesn't. Next guy in line. But I don't know really exactly where he's at.
Any other questions? Thanks.